Krishna. We are in chapter 9, verse 2 of Bhagavad Gita. Rajavedya Rajagohyam Pavitramidamottamam Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam Susukam kartumauvyayam. We'll repeat. Rajavedya Rajagohyam Pavitramidamottamam Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam Susukam kartumauvyayam.
Hare Krishna, Happy Tulsi Puja to all of you and Merry Christmas also. This is Sunita Sunel with you in 2-minute Mahabharata stories. Let us continue with your favorite Bhagavad Gita. We are in chapter 9, verse 2 of Bhagavad Gita today. This knowledge is the king of knowledge, the most secret of all secrets. So kindly don't miss it. If you haven't subscribed before, then you please subscribe and watch and share the good information to others. Give like to understand that you are seeing that episode. Let us continue. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives the very direct perception of the self. It is the perfection of all knowledge. Sri Krishna gives the highest knowledge, which surpasses all other forms of knowledge. This knowledge is pure and profound. Its secrecy, direct perception of the self, that is self-realization. The moral is, one should understand Krishna's teachings with self-awareness by realizing one's true nature. With Krishna's grace, we share profound truths. Let us see a small story about Adi Shankaracharya, who renounced worldly life to seek spiritual knowledge. Illustrates the verse. His pursuit of self-realization led him to understand the ultimate reality. For example, seeking knowledge, students seeking spiritual guidance from gurus, having self-realization from saints and sages who attained enlightenment. With pursuit of truth by individual seeking answers to life's profound questions. In real life, we need self-awareness of personal growth, guidance and mentorship, deeper questions answered by spiritual seekers. The moral is to carry this right, truthful knowledge, self-awareness, to understand its nature with experienced gurus. To look at this special verse in a simple way, this knowledge is the king of sciences and the most profound of all secrets. It purifies those who hear it. It is directly realizable in accordance with dharma, easy to practice and everlasting in effect. Here in this verse, Raja meaning king with knowledge, Vidya meaning it is not creed, not religion, not dogma, not doctrine, nor belief. He declares what he described to Arjuna is the king of sciences. Guhya meaning supreme secret. Since love is only possible where there is a choice, God deliberately hides himself from direct perception by giving freedom to soul to exercise of its choice. He makes us aware of the consequences and leaves to decide the path we wish to follow. Pavitram meaning pure knowledge without selfishness. It inspires sacrifice of the self at the altar of divine love for the Supreme Lord by destroying Papa, Bija, and Avidya. Bhakti burns endless lifetime sins, that is Papa. Bija refers impurities of heart. Avidya is ignorance, because of which it identifies with the body. Misidentification desires of lust, anger, greed, impurities of heart. Through bhakti, we get cleansed. Pratyaksha meaning directly perceptible. Bhakti begins with a leap of faith and results in direct perception of God. It is not methodology of science to experiment and verify result. Dharmyam meaning virtuous. Devotion performed without reaping fruit. Kartum susukham meaning very easy to practice. Just like what I keep telling Harinama Sankirtana for this Kali Yuga, which is very easy to attain liberation with devotion. The moral is we should remember God does not need anything from us. He is attained very naturally if we can learn to love Him. Now again I will repeat this Harinama mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Good day to all of you.
ಹರೇ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 9 ಶ್ಲೋಕ 4. ಮಯಾ ತತಮಿದಂ ಸರ್ವಂ ಜಗದವ್ಯಕ್ತಮೂರ್ತಿನಾ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾನಿ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಾನಿ ನ ಚಾಹಂ ತೇಷ್ವವಸ್ಥಿತಃ. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಭಾವಾರ್ಥ: ಅತೀಂದ್ರಿಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪನಾದ ನಾನು ಈ ಜಗತ್ತೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಭೂತಗಳು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ, ನಾನು ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತನಾದ ನನ್ನೇ ಸ್ವರೂಪದಿಂದ ಜಗತ್ತೆಲ್ಲವೂ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನಾವ ಸ್ವರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿರುವನೋ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಸಮಸ್ತ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಕವಾಗಿದೆ, ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಸ್ವರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿರುವೆ. ಮಹಾಪುರುಷರು ಯಾವ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಸ್ಥಿತರಾಗಿರುವರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಲೇ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದೇ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತನಾಡುವರು. ಇದೇ ಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳುವನು.